Okay, great. I'm here with Laura Elkeslassy, a Brooklyn-based singer, spiritual leader, and cultural organizer dedicated to recovering and reinventing Judeo-Arab music from a feminist and anti-racist standpoint. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Noah, for having me.
Great. So, for folks who are just encountering your work for the first time, what is Ya Ghorbati? Is that right?
Close. Ya
Close.
Ghorbati.
You're good. Okay.
Ya Ghorbati. Um,
And what are you trying to do with that?
so Ya Ghorbati, the English title is Divas in Exile. So you can use that one. Is a project that I developed with cultural organizer and music director Ira Khonen Temple back in 2021. And it's a project that looks back at the music and the stories of Judeo-Arab divas from mid-century North Africa. So in it, I sort of unearthed the music of Lynn Monty, Zohar Al Salim Halali, Habiba Msika, from it's sort of a musical journey through North Africa, from Morocco to Tunisia, and with it, what I try to do is like open a portal to our ancestral sounds, and by doing so, to recover our histories and to uh, question the supposed binary of Arab and Jew.
That's awesome. So you're recovering music that was nearly lost. These songs from Judeo-Arab divas, Moroccan liturgy, and traditions that weren't passed down. What's it like? What's that experience like of bringing a song back to life that hasn't been heard in decades or
You mean for me or for audiences?
for you?
Okay.
We'll get to the audience's question.
Okay, I'll answer both.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Yeah, so I mean, these songs, some of them I grew up with, so they're bring back like childhood memories, and I know that, for my family, certainly they bring back like, you know, multi-generational memories. So there's something like very, uh, soulful and heartfelt in like mouthing these songs again and hearing these songs again. Um, and I just released Sidi Habibi, that cover song of Salim Halali, which is very, very famous in Moroccan, parties, Moroccan hennas, Algerian also. And Yeah, and my sister wrote back to me right away and was like, "Oh my God, this reminds me of our, cousins hennas when we were five. It brings so much joy to my heart." And I think that, that sort of like the intimate feeling, but I think that's a feeling that's shared across like Arab Jews who like hear the music, because this is the music of our parents, grandparents, and ancestors. And It's a music that has been erased. That's been requested to stay, in the private sphere. And so I think, yeah, for people, it's been. I mean, I've witnessed that it's been very transformative, like over the years, to hear those songs, to hear that music, and it's I think participated, and I hope participated to creating new cultural space like on the Jewish left here in New York and beyond.
Yeah. And kind of so going off of that, like, audience receptions, you've performed for thousands of people at JVP's national member meeting and at a Gaza benefit concert in Chicago. What do you notice in the room when the music lands? Like, what shifts?
I mean, yeah, these two concerts were incredible. It was like, they were like the JVP conference concert was one of the best concerts of my lifetime. I mean, yeah, there were 2,000 people there, and people were crying and hugging, and there was Palestinian poet Mosawwa Toa, who was there, who came back, to the audience to like dance with people. I mean, it was like a very moving moment. And what I think happened is that it made manifest a reality beyond Zionism, where our Arab cultures are out in the open again and shared between faith without any segregation, without apartheid, and it gives like it fortifies us, I think, in the movement to have these kinds of, cultural anchor that are not only like, looking forward, but that are very much rooted in like millennial lineage
Yeah.
and history.
Yeah, that is so important. And I'm sure being in those rooms is really something special. Um, so you describe this project as retrofuturist, and it's looking to the past to imagine a different future. So what does that actually mean to you to hold both of those at once in a single concert?
Right. Yeah, I mean, when I performed the concert for the first time in 2021, that was like in the streets of Brooklyn. Um, I really had this feeling, it was very palpable, of like opening portals to the past and to the future. I mean, it was kind of a metaphysical experience. I mean, I don't want to sound cheesy, but it really was. And I felt like there was a sort of like vertical channel that was like opening up between like the past and the present, and like a horizontal channel that was opening up between the band and the audience. And I think that's where it hit me that it was retrofuturist, because I mean, it took me a while to articulate it in that way, but that's when it happened the first time we performed it. um because as I said, like, um the project consists in like weaving the threads back of like our history and our music and our culture into the present, in a present that is horrifying, obviously. um I mean, with the genocide in Palestine, there is in reality no hope, it seems. And it's very hard to imagine at this point anything that um, could be done to even, repair or heal. I mean, I realistically like don't know how we will um, come out of this as a civilization, but in the pockets of resistance that we create, I think it's very important that we continue to uh, manifest and nurture and cherish and develop alternate realities, honestly, because these are the only, this is the only pathway to the future.
Yeah. And I think that ties into what you were saying earlier about this type of cultural point for us of not having something that's not rooted in Zionism, but is rooted in sort of this history that this shared history. So yeah, that's really important. So the album is finished, ready to go. It is coming out, I believe. What date is it coming out?
It's coming out on July 10th on all digital platforms, and we'll have the release party at Joe's Pub on July 11th. And then
Okay.
the vinyl will be arriving in October on Ein Press.
Amazing. Okay. So yeah, it will be out when this newsletter goes out. Um, what does it mean for you for this music to finally reach communities across the country and the world? I know some of the songs and music videos are out already. Like, what does it mean for this whole thing to be out in the world?
I mean, it feels like a huge accomplishment and also a burden that I'm trying to release, literally. Um, no, I mean, I'm very excited about it. Obviously, I'm also, a bit nervous about it, and I'm working like crazy to make it happen, because when this interview goes out, it'll be out. But right now that we're recording it, I'm still uh, running to the finish line. But no, but that's like internal, like on production level. But like in terms of obviously the material and the content, I'm just like, so happy, proud. I feel blessed. I feel so grateful to my team first. I mean, to the many amazing collaborators that have been working on this project with so much soul and heart. I mean, you know, from the beginning, we started this with Ira like back in 21, as I said, and then um, over the years we've had like 9 musicians who have lended their talent to the project, and now the studio album has it, you know, on record, and it's really well, you know, it's I shouldn't be the one saying that, but I think it's a really beautiful record.
Out. I'm sure it is.
And yeah, and it was also an amazing opportunity for me to be able to um record this work on something that's like an object, you know what I mean, like that is going to last, because oftentimes this work is fleeting, you know, and the fact that we can, you know, put it literally on vinyl, like those singers did it back in their time, is like yeah, it's a really big achievement, and I'm really excited for people to listen to it, and I can't wait to share it also, like, you know, in concerts and live, because that's where I can really commune with the audience and feel the reaction, which is really what I love seeing.
That's awesome. Um, so last question is, where can people find you and interact with your work? So this will come out after the albums come out, so we'll definitely include the links to listen to it. Where else can people keep up to date with what's coming next if they want to pre-order or stay on top of the vinyl or
Yeah,
anything else?
so you can find all the news on Instagram, on my Instagram, Laura Elkeslassy. You can also find them on my website, lauraelkeslassy.com. You can sign up to the newsletter so that you can get so that you get news. The album is out; it's on all platforms, so you can buy it digitally on Bandcamp. Right now, you can support artists on Bandcamp, or you can stream it on Spotify and Apple Music. And if you'd like to have the full experience and also have like the lyrics in Arabic in transliteration and translation, you can pre-order the vinyl on Ein Press, which again will come out in October.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Good luck with the release, and I'm excited to hear the full album.
Thank you, Noah. Thanks so much.